Alright, this one's charm. Mine.
Yep.
Picture perfect. I'm ready when you are. Okay. We're all familiar with the first day of classes, otherwise known as syllabus day. Teacher walks in, introduces herself, talks a little bit about her hometown, what she's interested in, but then she gets to the rules.
Don't do this. Make sure you do that. They talk about plagiarism and the honor code. But what they never mention is things like Adderall.
Even for those without a prescription, Adderall is not currently listed under UGA academic honor code violations, despite its unauthorized use in completing schoolwork. By not including Adderall, this is basically like giving us permission to take it.
Adderall should be considered against the academic honor code of the University of Georgia.
Adderall should be considered against the honor code because it's a street drug and it affects the students' health and wellness in a negative way, and it undermines the integrity of the degree.
Adderall, when taken without a prescription, is a Schedule II narcotic, placing it in the same category as cocaine due to its high potential to be abused. In accordance, the National Institute on Drug Abuse claims that Adderall is one of the most commonly abused prescription stimulants. 24% of high school students are abusing Adderall. 13% of them are using it without a prescription. People are under the misconception that prescription drugs are safer to use, and thus they ignore the legality of it and the health problems associated with taking them. If the University of Georgia does not act decisively by banning Adderall in the honor code, it portrays the message that abusing potentially harmful prescription narcotics is tolerable. In order to halt this rapidly expanding national epidemic, the response must be initiated by the university system. Unfortunately, these statistics have become a reality for some.
The dangers of using prescription medication, even if you're prescribed them, can be seen in the story of Richard Feed. Richard was a model character. He was his college class president, a star athlete, and he was studying to one day become a doctor. After he faked his way around the ADHD test, though, and received an Adderall prescription, he began his slow descent into insanity. After 3 years of fighting with mental instability caused by the Adderall, he ultimately developed signs of psychosis, which unfortunately culminated in a suicide attempt. And while the story of Richard Feed might be dismissed as an isolated incident, the fact that 1 in 5 college students are expected to abuse Adderall presents a potentially devastating situation. Caroline's going to give us some more details about the dangers of the Adderall situation.
Adderall can have negative effects on the health and well-being of the student that is taking it. When Adderall is taken, there's an increase in brain activity and nerves that contribute to hyperactivity and impulse control. An increase in the activity of the brain, especially at such a high increase, can be harmful. According to the unauthorized assistance clause of the UGA Honor Code, giving or receiving assistance in connection with any examination or other academic work without authorization from the teacher is a violation of the UGA Honor Code.
Other students define academic honesty as just simply not cheating on an assignment or a test or maintaining a degree of integrity. The assistance of Adderall is very similar to the ban of smoking on campus. The honor code is in place not only for fairness of the students, but also for the own students' well-being. Smoking was banned because it is not good for the students' overall health and wellness. Even though some students still feel the need to smoke and feel that it's okay, it was banned for their own benefit and for the benefit of others. Dependency.net, a chemical-dependent website, is classifying Adderall as a Schedule II drug because of its potential drug abuse and dependency. If the university does not make this drug against the honor code, then they're allowing students to become dependent on this drug, and this will only follow them into their careers after their college years. Just as Georgia bans smoking for the well-being of the students, they should also make this against the honor code, as it has negative effects on the students' health and well-being. And with this, Becca has a value to share.
Thanks, Julie. The integrity of a student's major is undermined simply by the presence of Adderall on campus. A Site Central survey taken at an Ivy League school said 41% of students recognize Adderall as a system of cheating. The major of a university student should reflect their academic ability, and their achievements while on campus. For the 41% of students that recognize Adderall as a form of cheating, this creates an uneven playing field and a disadvantage for those. Adderall as an agent of support acts as an aid, an unnecessary aid that the university is unrecognizably supporting, promoting cheating. This breach of integrity is not just recognized in academics, but also sports, more specifically, baseball.
The aforementioned Psych Central study compares students who use Adderall to players in baseball who are pumped up on steroids. Baseball is one sport in particular that has been severely impacted by steroid usage. During the 1990s and early 2000s of the sport, it was characterized as having the biggest and strongest players in its lengthy history. 1998 is considered the pinnacle of this era, where Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa competed in a steroid-induced battle for the home run title king. Currently, there is a serious dilemma in baseball regarding whether or not to allow players who have been convicted of taking steroids into the Hall of Fame. Into the Hall of Fame. Adderall similarly enhances the performance of students, and it also degrades the very value of a degree.
Despite this, taking Adderall without a diagnosis of ADHD is illegal and harmful to the user. UGA needs to address the issue of Adderall abuse instead of ignoring it like they have been.
Universities should include taking Adderall in its list of practices that are against the Honor Code.
If the university can include the ever vague other clause within the Honor Code, it should be able to include a clause pertaining to Adderall.
Thank you, and go Dogs.
Somebody hit the off and on button for me on the thing so that.
Just the record button?
Yeah, just hit it once and then turn it back on.
Sorry, what?
Did you see how they